You know that feeling, right? When you're just drifting off at the edge of sleep.
Where things get a bit fluid, less defined.
Exactly. The familiar rules sort of soften. Tonight, we're not really charting facts, are we?
No, not at all. We're kind of drifting into the landscape of a dream.
A place where feelings become images and the heart speaks this, well, older language.
Yes. It's a space where waking logic gives way to the truth of the unconscious. Our goal isn't analysis, not really.
More like deep listening.
Precisely. Listening to the story the dream tells, letting its wisdom touch us.
And we're really fortunate today. We get to witness this very delicate exchange, almost a dreamlike conversation itself.
Between two travelers in that inner world.
We'll call one person B, who's sharing a really vivid dream.
And guiding the understanding, we have person A deeply connected to that symbolic language.
Think of it as exploring through intuition, you know?
Yeah, meaning comes from resonance, from metaphor, that felt sense, not logic.
And the core elements here seem to be fire and water, right?
Yeah.
Powerful symbols.
Very powerful, often intertwined in our deepest experiences. They'll be our touchstones.
Okay, so let's join them. The dream's beginning on this vast terrace.
So I'm standing there on this huge terrace. Feels like it goes on forever.
Oh, yeah.
And the sky is this really heavy, dark purple. Then suddenly the rain starts, but it's not soft, you know?
Oh.
No, it's thick, heavy, like it wants to wash everything away.
Didn't.
And the weirdest thing, it burns like fire on my skin.
Wow. Rain like fire.
Yeah, this intense heat. But underneath it, there's this almost pleasurable tingling.
A paradox. Pain and pleasure mixed.
Exactly. It's like a painful excitement, makes it hard to breathe.
And you feel stuck.
Totally. Completely rooted to the spot, can't move.
Interesting.
And as it falls, the rain. It's like it's whispering secrets I'd forgotten.
Whispering.
Not words, more like feelings. Echoes of longing, things I've lost, buried desires, maybe.
The unconscious surfacing.
And I see these quick flashes, like lightning a child's laugh, far off, kind of sad. A pair of eyes watching from shadows. A hand reaching out, but it vanishes. Gone.
Fleeting, potent images.
Then just like that, the terrace disappears. Gone.
Vanished. Where are you now?
Sinking. Down into black water.
Sudden immersion.
My first thought is panic, like I'm gonna drown.
Understandable.
But then, this warmth spreads around me. It feels familiar, but also really intense.
Familiar warmth.
Yeah, almost like an embrace I can't escape from, pulling me closer.
So the fear changes.
It does. Everything starts to blur. What's real, what's in my head. It all just melts together.
Boundaries dissolving.
The rain feels like tears now. The burning heat turns into this overwhelming passion.
Wow.
And the sinking, it starts to feel like letting go, like surrender, finally giving in.
A shift in perspective.
And then I see it, this dark doorway in my mind, a room I know I shouldn't enter.
A forbidden room. Symbolic.
And there's a figure standing there, just a dark shape, can't make out a face.
The unknown figure, common in dreams.
Gesturing for me to come closer. Their voice is soft, but it has this power.
What do they say?
Just come. I want to show you something.
An invitation.
Yeah, but show me what? I have no idea. Is it some awful truth? A dangerous desire? Or just a childhood memory I buried?
The uncertainty is part of it, maybe.
Maybe. The rain keeps coming down, harder now, faster.
The intensity builds.
And I realize the rhythm, it's exactly the same as my heartbeat, pounding in my ears.
The dream reflecting your body.
Then, way off in the distance, I see this tiny spark of light.
A focal point emerges.
So small, so far. But I feel this pull, this need to move towards it instinctively.
Right.
As I move, the water starts to go down.
Receding.
And the steam rises all around me like ghosts drifting up.
Evocative image.
The heat is still there, though, clinging to me. And then it hits me.
Right.
The burning isn't from the rain, it's coming from inside me.
From within you.
Yeah. Like my own emotions are just about to boil over. It's overwhelming.
A powerful realization.
So the dream feels... It feels less like a puzzle I need to solve. You know?
More like what?
More like looking in a mirror, seeing all the parts of myself I try to hide, the feelings I deny.
A reflection of the suppressed self.
Exactly. The water. It's like all my emotions, my memories, the things I yearn for. It's speaking to me.
In its own language.
Yeah, this strange, unspoken way. And then it just fades.
The vision ends.
I'm back on the terrace. The rain has stopped, but I can still feel the heat on my skin.
The sensation lingers.
I look down and just wonder, oh, what did it all mean? I feel so exposed, vulnerable,
But you also said,
strangely alive.
Yeah.
Like something really important has just begun.
wow. Okay, that's a lot to take in from just the start of the dream. Let's explore that feeling a bit, this lingering echo you mentioned.
Yeah, even after the rain stops in the dream, there's this feeling of waiting, listening for something I can't quite name.
An anticipation.
And this image stuck with me. A little child, alone, trying to cup water in their hands. But it just keeps slipping through their fingers, it felt like. Like a lost part of me, maybe. That longing for connection I can't quite hold on to.
Water, you see, often acts as a mirror. It reflects those unseen longings, the hidden currents of the heart.
So the water itself is symbolic of those desires.
Indeed. And that burning touch you felt. Perhaps it is the passionate core of these desires, held beneath the surface, maybe for too long.
Like Freud's concept of drives seeking expression.
Precisely. Now rising with an undeniable intensity, it speaks of an inner fire demanding to be acknowledged, to be felt.
And the mix of pain and pleasure in that burning.
Consider that more closely. Could it echo complex sensations from early connections?
Like childhood experiences.
Perhaps. Touches that held both comfort and a disquieting power. Gestures that conveyed unspoken truths about love, yes, but also fear. That fragile dance between wanting and shame.
So the burning connects to past lessons about intimacy.
That makes sense. And the shadowy figure, I keep thinking about them. Who were they?
A common question with dream figures.
Could it be a parent? Or someone else who had a big influence on me growing up? That voice, it still echoes, urging me to look closer at the parts of myself I keep locked away.
The forbidden room you mentioned earlier.
Exactly. And when I stepped forward in the dream, the water rose again. But it felt different then.
How so?
Warmer, almost like an embrace, but still, demanding surrender, a willingness to face what's underneath.
And time dissolved, you said.
Yeah, past, present, future,
Yeah.
all tangled together, no separation.
This raises profound questions, doesn't it? What is it you feel you are running from in the light of day?
And conversely,
What is the deep yearning that propels you forward in your quiet moments in the dream?
the answers often lie in those early fragments, don't they?
Just so, fragments you sense intuitively. A locked door from childhood, perhaps. Whispers behind walls. Glances that held a weight you couldn't comprehend then. These leave their mark.
Indelible marks on the inner landscape.
Desire, in its pure form, often wears simple masks, doesn't it? Innocence, curiosity, even playfulness.
But we learn to hide things.
We do. As we navigate the world and its constraints, we learn to conceal impulses deemed unacceptable, buried beneath guilt, apprehension, fear.
But the unconscious remembers.
It remembers all, safeguarding these disowned pieces, waiting for a moment of recognition like this heat in the rain.
So the heat is recognition.
Perhaps. The body's ancient memory of wanting, raw yearning for closeness, intimacy, belonging, eros, the life force.
So burning water is both things.
A warning, yes, of intensity, but also an invitation to feel the full spectrum of longing, its beauty, and its danger.
I noticed things repeating too, but changing slightly. The rain transforming.
Pattern shifting.
Yeah, and the figures, they seem to shift too. Sometimes familiar, sometimes not. It was confusing. Clarity and then confusion.
That flux is typical of dreams.
It made me question who they really were, why they stirred up such conflicting feelings.
Consider these shifting forms as echoes. Echoes of different parts of yourself, perhaps?
Like parts you haven't fully owned.
Possibly. The vulnerable child, the questioning adolescent, the dutiful adult they all reside within.
Or reflections of real people.
Or indeed, reflections of significant figures, parents, sibling, lover, seen through the shifting lens of your own feelings and perceptions, leaving layers of emotion behind.
You know, the water itself. It brought back these really early feelings. Being held, bathed, even that panic of going underwater as a kid.
Primal sensations.
Yeah. So it makes sense. Water could mean life, cleansing, renewal, but also danger, loss, being overwhelmed.
Your intuition serves you well. Water connects us to our beginnings. The amniotic sea, the ritual cleansing, the untamed depths.
A rich tapestry of meaning.
And within that tapestry, the source of the heat gains deeper resonance. Is it frustration, denied passion,
Or something even deeper.
or perhaps a more primal fire, linked to those earliest bonds, the intensity of needs perhaps unmet?
When I reached for the figure, they whispered, "Do you remember?"
Ah, that question again.
And suddenly, these fragments flashed. A bedside lamp's glow, a hand on my forehead, a kiss lingering in the air, a hushed promise.
Half-recalled memories.
These glimpses, these sensory fragments, they are not random. Think of them as signposts.
Pointing towards what?
Towards truths about your own story. Truths perhaps veiled or forgotten. The dream speaks directly to the heart.
Through emotion, not logic.
Revealing not just surface desires, but deeper needs. Posing questions that resonate at the core of your being. Burning questions.
As the dream started to fade, I felt something shifting inside me.
A change.
Yeah. Can't quite define it yet. But the heat felt different then, not burning anymore.
How did it feel?
More like a gentle warmth, like sunlight after a storm. It felt like permission.
Permission for what?
To just feel, to remember without judging myself, to explore without needing answers right away.
The receding waters leave behind fertile ground within. A seed of understanding has been planted.
It will unfold in its own time.
The essential thing now, remain open. Open to the feelings stirred by the dream. Trust their subtle guidance as you move forward.
Yeah, as the water slowed in the dream, everything softened, edges blurred.
Transitioning out.
I felt weightless, suspended between worlds, and the heat faded to this quiet hum, a gentle vibration under my skin.
This transitional space,
Yeah.
it's often where a deeper clarity emerges. Not through thought, but sensation.
A release.
A gentle untangling. Inner knots loosening, fragments of the self softly reconnecting, that ease of breath, the tension unwinding. It points towards possibility, not resolution.
The figure was gone then, but I could still hear the voice, that whisper, you already know.
You already know.
Yeah, it's strange, this sudden feeling of intuitive understanding. Like, I get it, but without
A
words.
felt sense of knowing.
The details started fading fast. The terrace, just a haze, the rain evaporated, the warmth receding.
But the essence remained.
Yeah, the feeling of it all, like a faint echo inside me. Still there. The line between being awake and dreaming felt really thin. Not sure if my eyes were even fully open.
That liminal state.
But there was definitely a sense that something had shifted. Subtle, maybe, but significant.
A change occurred.
I sat up in bed, and the room, it felt different, even though nothing looked different.
How so?
The air seemed charged. And the morning light through the curtains made these patterns on the wall, like moving water, shimmering.
You noticed differently.
I just watched them, mesmerized.
The truest meaning often lies there, doesn't it? In that lingering emotional atmosphere.
Not in literal decoding.
No. It's a reminder of forgotten aspects, a gentle nudge towards avoided truths. Whispers in that primal language of feeling.
And those whispers carry over.
As you experienced, they often accompany us into the waking world,
I heard a bird singing outside, pulled me back for a second.
to the present moment.
But I still felt connected to the dream, those intense sensations. It's like those inner parts are always there, just beneath the surface.
Always present.
I put my feet on the floor, solid ground, comforting,
Grounding yourself.
but the dream still clung to me like a scent, It's strange how they do that, accompany us between states, shifting from mystery to memory, symbol to sensation.
An ongoing process.
I opened the window, breathed in the cool morning air, felt so fresh.
A clearing.
Everything outside seemed brighter, sharper, more vivid somehow, and I felt more present, connected.
The transformation you sense is primarily internal, isn't it?
An inner shift.
The dream leaves an invisible yet profound mark, a subtle shift in perspective, a reminder you've been touched by something significant,
By the unconscious self.
by the deeper currents of your own being.
I saw my reflection in the mirror, wondered for a second if I looked different.
Did you?
Probably not, but it made me realize it's how I feel inside that matters more.
The inner reality.
I started my morning routine, coffee, getting ready, but things felt different. The sunlight, the sound of running water, the warmth of the mug. I noticed these small things with a new awareness. Each detail felt significant.
The dream becomes a silent companion now,
Walking alongside you?
offering unexpected glimpses of understanding, gentle invitations to continue exploring that inner landscape.
By midday, the intensity had softened. The dream felt like a distant melody, almost gone.
Life takes over.
Yeah, daily demands. But I know it's still there, carried within me, waiting.
Always accessible.
And tonight, as I get ready for sleep, I wonder if it will return.
The question lingers.
But even if it doesn't, I carry this feeling, this quiet warmth inside, and almost a whisper.
What does it say?
This isn't the end. This is only the beginning. And then silence, drifting off.
Wow, what a journey. A really fascinating glimpse into that symbolic realm of dreams.
It truly is a powerful reminder of the wisdom held within our own unconscious.
This deep dive really shows how dreams, wrapped in metaphor and feeling, can offer such profound insights into who we are.
Absolutely. By allowing ourselves to just sit with the resonance of those images, to attend to that subtle inner language,
You can uncover things.
hidden truth, yes, and gain a much richer understanding of our own unique journeys.
So maybe tonight,
Yeah.
as you find yourself at that edge of sleep,
Listen closely.
listen a little more closely to those whispers from within. You never know. You too might hear that same echo.
This is not the end.
This is only the beginning, something to carry with you.